Alright, hey everyone, today's gonna just be a quick video. So, there's that whole thing of, you know, YouTubers that tend to, talk about, like, hey, yeah, I left my job for blah blah blah, and did this and that. And so, uh, it affected me too. So, I'm just gonna talk about it for a bit. Just have that up there. So, like I mentioned, a lot of people do this. This is kind of old fashioned. I am a boomer when it comes to the whole YouTuber stuff. So, yeah, I did have a job, and I won't be disclosing names of the company or the industry that I worked in or I'm currently working in, and it's just, sole reason just keep everything private. So, the main thing is management. It's an important role. I wasn't management, although I did kind of have like the title of management. But I wasn't like held to that um, perspective just because I didn't have anyone under me at the time. But like any company, if you have if you don't have good management, then you tend to have a lot of turnaround. People get upset, they leave, they complain, or anything else. It just trickles down. And so with that, if you have a lot of turnaround, you have to train new employees. Those people have to catch up. More work gets put on to the seniors that have been staying there, and so you get a lot of distrust with the company itself, with their employees, and with the customers because customers notice that. So it it really like goes around and it hits everyone. Um, and overall, it just sucks. So just summarize pretty much what happened in my place I worked at. Um, we got new management, and that was because we were having an influx of customers. And so we had multiple projects that we had to take on. And um, with that new management and even the CEO stepping down and new CEO taking over, because it was like a mom and pop shop, a lot of things changed. And so with that, it from a mom and pop, being personal with all the employees and such, it just got to the point where, you know, it got very distasteful. So because they just went like full corpo and they were just trying to minimax everything with their business, which you want to do, but you want to have that some type of relation with your employees. Excuse me, there. Uh, just because you want to have that personal understanding, that interpersonal skill. However, you do have to have that type of separation, but even with that, you could still have a good relationship. So what ended up happening, we got new employment or new management and stuff, and it just wasn't good. So a lot of it was a lot of deadlines and all the other items, and what can I say? It just overbearing weight, like I mentioned before. A lot of responsibilities got pushed on to other employees and even myself, and just wasn't happy. So with that, what ended up happening was that it even compromised my personal life. So there was nights where I wouldn't get much sleep, just because um, management that didn't have an understanding of the projects that were going on, uh, they just made promises. So, and I would even pad time for my stuff, and I don't know. It's kind of the fault of myself at that point. What certain deadlines? Because I would say, oh, I could do it in a certain amount of time, but I wasn't thinking about like other projects that were just being weighed down on me. So, um, along with, you know, not being able to sleep some nights, I was always worried about work. And so that took over a lot of my personal life. So uh, I always felt like it was my responsibility, even when I wasn't working, that I had to manage something and, you know, take a look and check emails or do anything else like that. And it really interfered with things. Even, you know, thinking about it for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on weekends, you know, it caused issues even with my relationship that I had at the time. Just because, you know, I was dedicating so much time to my work. And I kind of I put my relationship second. And so, you know, love that person, still do. There's mutual understanding for what happened, and you know, it just was really bad, just because it interfered with everything. Even taking time off, you know, it was terrible because I take time off, and I would just be thinking about work, or I would take less time off. Like I would say, oh yeah, you know, I'll just take a 3 day weekend, but you know, if I were to go ahead and travel anywhere, I'd come back Sunday because I said, oh, well, Monday's a work day. Things might happen, so they might need me. So that whole mindset got ingrained on me, and it was really bad. So the other stuff, um, just to give a side note, you know, I won't say that I wasn't, you know, paid well for what I did when I got to a certain point, and this was, I don't know, about like, say I was being paid all right like 6 years ago, and that was a while back. But you know, I really stuck around, and you know, there was just a lot of empty promises, and that's just because like management got pushed around, things got changed internally, and so it was just bad at that point. Uh, but yeah, some of the people, I did have, you know, good relationships with some of the other employees. Still talk to them today, which surprisingly enough, they have a similar mindset, and a lot of them have already left already. And it's funny because those are the ones I talk to the most. And so, uh, you know, I call some of them my family and stuff because they were just close. I saw them every day, you know, hung out with them after work, and you know, it was that big grind set. So, and we were able to vent to each other, so that was always nice to have. But yeah, now that I've moved on from that company, I'm in a more supportive place. It's a lot more flexible, and it's a lot more personal. Uh, Even though you know there is a hierarchy with everything, and you know there's that separation between management and you know having that personal understanding with each other. You know, it's there, and yeah, having that separation, you know, it's good. But you know, there's respect with employees, so it's always, hey, are you being overwhelmed? Um, can I off? Can you go ahead and work on this? You know, and they always check in. And so even when I take, you know, vacation, holiday, however you want to call it, there's no worries. I don't have to be thinking about work on that time. And so, you know, I want to do a lot more things. I want to go ahead and travel. Probably, you know, I won't show myself in videos or whatnot, but probably take like, you know, some snippets here and there when I'm going around or, you know, taking a day off. I do want to do more of that stuff. And so, um, and it's even good now too because I am getting paid reasonable for, you know, the cost of living in my area, which, and that's at this time with the whole stuff with, you know, business inflation, because that's a whole different topic. But you know, it's a lot easier now, especially with this economy. It's still rough. I don't like it. You know, I wish everyone paid more. Even you know, people who work fast food and stuff, they deserve better. They deal with a lot of people, and so you know, I could always talk about that. Or when you listen to me when I do stream, I'll probably talk about it here and there. But you know, I don't try to mention like any personal stuff and or like company names and junk. But yeah, bottom line, you and your personal life, yeah, it should come first. And I hate the term quiet quitting uh, because it has such a negative connotation, like negative name for it. It's literally just you know doing the job that you were assigned to, and so that's what you should do. You know, do your responsibilities. Maybe here and there, if you have to cover, sure, but don't make it like your priority to take over another person's role because you have to know what your self worth is. And so, yeah, this one's a little different. I know I'm gonna start posting more game clips and stuff, and maybe some reviews of certain things or products that you know. It's just some stuff that I buy, and obviously I'll post that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, thanks for listening to me rant about this, and yeah, like everyone says, you know, like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you've had anything like this with you, go ahead and comment about it. Just you know, if you do, don't don't put any personal like company names and stuff or anything like that. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or anything like that that you know probably want me to cover or look into, yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a try. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.